Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth and all truth of sincerity and diligent Shalom. And, I just want to get into this, what's really happening right now is that, D.DUMP, since yesterday put 25% tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and 10%, I believe, on China. Okay. And, this right here, this ultimately is really going to bring in hyperinflation, and it's going to really put the chokehold on, the middle class, right? Because the middle class is what they're after, because you got the rich, you got the poor, you got the middle class. And the middle class, you got levels to the middle class. You got people that's, one check away from, losing it all, 2 checks away from losing it all, a ticket from a cop from, falling behind on bills, okay? And this right here, ultimately, it will, it's going to bring that in, man, because, you're going to have to pay for that. He says he's putting it on, these countries, Mexico and Canada. But really and truly, us in America, we going to have to pay for that. That's going to come out of our pocket, We going to be affected by that. All right. And if you can remember, D.DUMP was saying how he's going to make, the cost of living affordable, groceries affordable, gas and all these things, right? But he's not talking about none of that. He's not talking about none of that. What really happening is opposite of what he's saying, man. Life is finna get harder, but we understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai that this must happen, that these things are gonna happen because we believe, Lord willing, that this is what's going to usher in Jacob's trouble, man. People are about to start losing their mind when they lose their jobs and they can't afford to live, right? They can't afford to, make groceries, which is going to, this is going to create hyperinflation like the Bible speaks of. So I got some clips that I'm just going to play, and then we're going to get some scriptures.
Breaking news, Canada tells Donald Trump where to go, as they develop a detailed retaliation plan to U.S. tariffs that will seek to hurt Republican states the most. Canada's BC Liquor Distribution Branch will immediately stop buying American liquor from red states, including whiskey and bourbon, and will have the top-selling red state brands removed from its shelves. Canada will also impose a 25% tariff on over $150 billion worth of American goods in response to Donald Trump's tariffs. Let me know if you agree Donald Trump deserves the punishment.
Trade between the U.S. and Canada is big business, and earlier today I spoke with Ontario Premier Doug Ford. The province is Canada's largest trading partner with the U.S. In the first 3 quarters of 2024, roughly $683 billion in goods and services crossed the U.S.-Canada border. That is nearly $2.5 billion every day. Premier Ford, President Trump's tariffs threat, it is now a reality. Is this the start of a trade war?
Well, Nancy, I hope it's not. We're the 2 closest, strongest allies in the entire world. We're the #1 customer for the U.S. and the American people.
See, which we know it is. It's going to be it's a trading war. But all it is to, create, to really usher in that you will own nothing and be happy. All this is working towards the agenda of the elites. Okay. See, D.DUMP is not for what these people don't understand that D.DUMP, he's just a puppet, right? He's their cruel Lord, right? Which we believe he's their cruel Lord, and through these tariffs, man, like I said, it's going to bring hyperinflation. You're about to see, life is about to get so hard. This Babylon the Great is about to, you people are really about to feel the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he's going to allow this devil, to do it. Okay. All these goods that people that that you take for granted and that that you felt as if though it's affordable, it's not gonna be affordable, right? It's gonna be hard to breathe around here, right? Let's go to Revelations. Revelation 6. This is Revelation 6:4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red. And horse is synonymous with the word power. That was red, right? And that goes into what Esau, Edom. That word red, mainly through the scriptures, is tied to Esau, Edom. That power was red, right? And power was given to him. So that's how it's talking about a him, right? Esau, Edom. That sit thereon, that to take peace from the earth. It's not these tariffs that he's doing in his rulership has taken peace from the earth. It's taking peace from the earth. People are going to really feel, like they're underwater and can't breathe, overwhelmed. You can't afford to buy diapers, can't afford to buy wipes, can't afford to get gas, can't afford to buy groceries. Okay? That they should kill one another. And, these people are at war with each other. You got Edomites, their whole kingdom is divided. All right. And eventually, this whole place, you're going to have class wars, race wars, all these different wars against each other, trading wars, all these things, right? All this division. And there was given to him a great sword. Now, who was read in the scriptures, right? Whose blessing was the sword, Esau, Edom. When you read Genesis 25, it lets you know about Esau, and 27, Genesis 27 lets you know about his blessing, and he shall rule by the sword. And you got to understand also, they gave Donald Dump, if you've seen that, they gave him a sword. The sword is given into the hands of the slayer, right? Check this out. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard a third beast say, come and see. I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. See, that black horse represents judgment and also going into slavery, because we as a nation, we went through a gruesome, hardship, of slavery, man, hard times of slavery. Okay. And that balance is going into yoke, right? Because he did these things. He put a yoke of iron around our neck. And also, when you're dealing with the next verse is going into hyperinflation, and see that yoke also can go into how he has a yoke on the money system, right? Because he can implement 25% tariffs, right? He can, lower interest rates or raise interest rates, print more money, and all these different things, man. He has, he's ruling by the sword, and through his monetary system, through money, that's part of his sword. Technology, science, money, anything that's in the world, he uses it as a sword, man. But right now we're talking about hyperinflation, which goes into the money. Okay, look, verse 6, it says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts, a measure of wheat for a penny, right? A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And see, this oil, and the wine represents this truth. Okay. But the point is, it says a measure of wheat for a penny. So a measure, right? So you got to figure out what a measure is. It's coinex, right? It says a coinex, a dry measure containing 4 quidlay or 2 sitari, less than our quart or 1 liter, or as much as would support a man of moderate appetite for a day. So a plate of food, right? A plate of food, right, cost a penny, right? And when you go in and see, we bring out these scriptures, but, we are seeing that these scriptures that we're bringing out is coming to life right in front of us. And you still got Israelites that still think that this is a game, that still, looking for status, that's still caught off in society, that's still drunk off of the Babylonian wine, but calling themselves Israelites. You're going to perish, man. We're coming into some perilous times. We're coming into the worst times ever, man. Jacob's trouble will not be a game. Jacob's trouble is going to be the worst thing smoking, man. A time like it has never been before. Okay? But penny goes into denarian, right? A Roman silver coin in the New Testament time, right? Well, really, let me just get straight to the point. It says, from the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, it would seem that a denarius was the ordinary pay for a day's wages. And that's how bad inflation is going to get, that it's going to take a whole day's of work just to feed one man. Think about that. A whole day of work, right? A whole days of work. Okay, because the dollar system, the dollar, the the dollar is not backed by anything, right? It's just right paper that people believe in. It's not backed by anything that of value, right? That's why it was called the petrodollar. Okay, so and that's why they print so much of it, in which it creates hyperinflation. Okay, well, it creates inflation. All right. But it says a measure of wheat. So a measure, meaning that, okay, enough for a moderate man appetite for a day is going to cost a day's wages. The average American family has at least 3 children. Okay. And three measures of barley for a penny, right? So these 25% tariffs is going to really put it on the American people. It's really going to put that squeeze on American people to where life is going to be hard for you. You see, everything is going to go up. Everything. The cost of living. Everything is going to go up, man. And then with that, it's going to be jobs that's going to be lost. A lot of jobs are going to take a hit, and a lot of people not going to be able to afford to live. A lot of people not going to be afford to pay their mortgage, their rent, and then they're going to be become homeless, and then people are going to lose their minds. Okay, because this is what America's supposed to be. The land of the free, the land of opportunity, right? You see, and what Donald Dump is doing is that he gives the illusion that, hey, I'm doing this for the betterment of the economy. But we know when we read Jeremiah, Jeremiah 51 and 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. And that's what these different these foreigners, right? These foreigners, they're going to say, because what? They're not going to be making no money right here. They're going to be losing money, right? Because of these tariffs, because of the squeeze that Donald Trump is putting on, the American people, because these countries do not have to pay the tax of the tariffs. We gonna have to pay that, man, out our pocket, out our everyday, life when we go to the grocery store or whenever we get gas. All right. And they got to charge us. And so people are not gonna just be buying shit like that. You see? Because the cost of living is gonna go up, the cost of products is gonna go up, but they're not giving you no raises on the job, man. Let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaching unto the heavens, it is lifted up into the skies. Because the judgment of America, right, it reaches to the skies, and that's what's finna come on the planet Earth. That's what's finna happen to America. The judgment of the Lord, the wrath of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai on a lot. Because this is going what's the Lord's going. This is how the Lord is going to get at a lot of you people, man. He's going to make it real hard for you. So let's get back.
The border. It's going to create inflation in the U.S., create inflation in Canada.
That said, you have
see inflation in the U.S., inflation in Canada. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be inflation throughout the world, because you got to understand, a lot of other countries are going to follow suit, right? Because Canada put tariffs on America, and a lot of other countries are going to follow that same way. They're going to hate America, the world, the earth. Everybody is going to hate America. Everybody's going to look at America, this whore, as like, man, she's the cancer of the earth.
Strong and forceful counter tariffs. What are they?
Well, let's see what President Trump comes out with, but I can tell you one thing, we aren't going to lie down and roll over. We will use every single tool we have in our toolbox to retaliate. 60% of our energy gets flowed down to the U.S. The electricity that Ontario provides to keep 1.5 million homes lit up in Michigan, in New York, in Minnesota, and the list goes on, our high-grade nickel that we ship down to the U.S.
Would those potentially be sectors that you could and would target then?
Everything's on the table. Absolutely everything. Nothing's off the table right now.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford.
Was swift. They are increasing tariffs on imports as well, and that is likely to have a big impact on Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker says Illinois is one of the most active trade partners in the country with both Canada and Mexico, and he says jobs in this state could be in jeopardy as a result.
Shoppers look for vegetables and fruit at the Butera Market in Palatine tonight. Much of what they're shopping for has been imported from Mexico or from Canada, and it's likely to be more expensive very soon as retailers pass along the cost of increased tariffs on Canadian and Mexican imports.
If they raise their prices from shipping point, then it just goes right down. You know, everybody else, the wholesalers have to raise theirs, the retailers have to raise their prices.
President Trump has issued executive orders increasing the tariffs on imported goods from Mexico and Canada by 25%, other than Canadian energy products, which will increase by 10%, and the tariff on goods from China will increase 10%. The president says the move is in response to Mexico and Canada's failure to help stop the flow of illicit drugs into the United States. Some political experts, however, are skeptical.
The reality is that he's doing something that's more damaging in the long run to the U.S. politics than just the short-term economic shocks.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau responded tonight by raising tariffs 25% on U.S. goods imported into Canada.
If President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States, the better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us.
Governor J.B. Pritzker says in a statement tonight the move will hurt Illinois, which is Canada's largest state for both imports and exports.
See, and it's gonna be real hard for people to survive. Like this, and Canada at the beginning of this video, it says it's gonna attack, real hard on these Republican states, man. Louisiana being one of them. Right, so it's gonna be real hard. It's about to get real hard, man. Everything is about to go up, man. And then eventually it may be to the point to where, we're not gonna deal with, we're not gonna get these goods from Canada or Mexico or whatever. We're not gonna get these goods from them. We're gonna deal with in-house, which is gonna really increase the price of a lot of things, man. Right? You see, which reminds me of 2nd Ezra 6, right? 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay? You see? The groceries and things that we as Americans take for granted, man. Hey, shit. It's not gonna be there, man. It's not gonna be at your, I'm gonna just go tomorrow and get it. Or I'm gonna just, these things are going to become, scarce, right? People are going to lose their mind, which is going to create an uproar, right? It's going to be the uproar of the people. It says that in 2nd Ezra 9. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And as you can see that Donald Trump is really, you can see through the spirit is bringing in Jacob's trouble, bro. Okay? You see, because the plagues are not slack. All right? And that's why, a lot of you people, bro, is going to make the saying caught like a thief in the night. You're going to make that true. All right, because, you're blinded by this world, right? You blinded by the gods of this world, right? Even if you, oh, well, no, I don't, I don't believe in Jesus Christ. No, it's such and such. No, it's the fact that you comfortable in this society, or you don't think that the Lord is going to do such things. Comfortable in your leads, or you can even believe, you can be conscious that the Lord is going to do these things, but your motherfucking spirit ain't right. Your spirit is not right with the Lord, and that's going to be a lot of you men and definitely a lot of you women. A lot of you women, when the Lord bring down wrath, you've done so much wickedness, right? Especially you that knew the truth, because it's best that you have not known the truth, right? When the Lord start bringing down this hell on you, it's it's gonna meet you on all sides, man. You escape a lion and you met a bear. Leaned your hand on the wall and a snake bit your ass. Hey, it's that time, man. It's that time. Lockdowns are coming. You know, speaking about the mutation of this bird flu. Hey, a lot of things are happening through the spirit, man. You know, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And a lot of you dumbass people think that, the government gonna fix it. Oh, with the things that are happening, it's gonna take a while for things like that to happen. Nah, man, the scripture says, I've seen Lucifer fall, I've seen Lucifer fell, let me not butcher it. This is Isaiah 14 and 12. Nah. Salaki. Yeah. Fall like lightning. I know it says that. Cut down weaken the nations. Salaki. I know it was in here. Into heaven, is on my doors. How thou fallen from heaven, so in the morning I couldn't come, weaken the nation. Wait. Well. Dang. It escapes me. Cast down. Nope. I can't remember what was that. I thought it was in Isaiah 14. And fall in the morning, we get the nation, as I saw it in heaven. Oh, it'll be like the Most High. Hey there. Shimmer. Nation get to go ahead. I cut upon the white women thrust to the sword. For us we join. Land of the people, evildoers. Yeah. Dang. I'm garbed out. Yup. Salaki. I thought it was how did I fall from heaven on this summer morning? Wait, no. Maybe Satan. Nope. Salaki. Thought I was on to something. Anyway, let's go here.
He says it will jack up the price of groceries and goods, make gas more expensive, and raise utility bills.
Yup. Raise utility bills. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to pay their lights, man. You ain't gonna be able to pay your light bill. Your damn bastard ass kids, one of the kids that you use as weapons, they're gonna have to feel the wrath from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai because of your wickedness. You ain't gonna be able to go to these government funding programs to help you pay your light bill no more, bitch. You're gonna have to feel the wrath of the Lord. You know? Because it's not coming on just, these certain states. It's gonna come on the whole Babylon, right? Because Babylon has been a golden cup in the hands of the Lord. But it's now time, for Babylon to feel the wrath of the Lord, the indignation of the Lord poured out without mixture.
Illinois is one of the top 5 of all 50 states in exports to both Canada and Mexico. Altogether, Illinois exports support 800,000 jobs across the state, jobs now at risk. Grocers, meantime, are hoping.
Jobs at risk, man. This is Isaiah 19, and let's see. We found it first. I know this. This is up in here. Look, the fishes shall mourn, find flax. Right? This is Isaiah 19:9. Moreover, they that work and find flax, and they that weave networks shall be confounded. Okay, you work in these refineries and whatnot, man. All right, these different places, where they do manufacturing and things like that. All right, that's just going in to show you how a lot of jobs are gonna be affected. All right, but there's another one I'm looking for. And this is verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. We know that America is spiritually known as Egypt and Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's not going to be any work out here, man. All right. Gas is going to be hard. So you're not going to be able to Uber, bitch. Right. You're not going to be able to just hop in your car and go anywhere. Or hop in your truck and go anywhere. Right. Shit, in the middle of the Lord gonna be in this hell too, man. But the Lord is gonna preserve his elect, because you want to know something? They did his work and served him through the midst of all this hell that was put up on them, man. Okay, which the head or the tail branch rush may do. So it's not gonna be any work, man. Okay, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women. And it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it. So this judgment is not just going to take part in certain states. It's going to take part over, the whole Babylon, Egypt, this whole place. America's finna feel the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And he's going to use Donald Dump to do it. Okay? He's going to use this devil to do it. Okay.
Temporary.
Ultimately, it's going to raise prices across the board.
Robert Galati from the University of Chicago says raising the tariffs violates the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, which was carefully negotiated by all 3 countries. And he says that could hurt the U.S. credibility around the world.
See, could hurt the U.S. credibility around the world. And who sits in the power seat? You Edomites, man. And the scripture said it could hurt the credibility of the United States. And that's what, people are going to realize, man. Hey, man, this whore, Babylon, hey, man, she's not, hey, we need to nuke her ass, man. She's the problem. America is the problem. Okay? Just going to hurt the credibility. So which means you're going to have countries that once, looked at America as to be a credible, nation. But, those that was once in Confederate shall what? Deceive thee, Like it speaks about in the book of Obadiah. This is Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to thy border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. You see? And they that eat thy bread have laid a womb under thee. Those have what? Eat thy bread. Have, waxed rich, have gained, status in the earth because of, doing trade and business and commerce with America. It said what? Have laid a womb under thee, and there's no understanding in him. Okay? So, hey, everybody that was once in league with America gonna turn on America, man. All right? The Lord is not playing, man. All you people that trusted in this place, hey, woe unto you. All right, you can sit up there and say that, oh, well, no, I never trusted them. I knew that they, nah, bro, the way that you act shows that you trusted in this place, the continuation of Babylon, you know? And I want to key in what he said. He said that the credibility of the U.S. is going to be hurt. You know, it was basically going to be questioned. But see, we knew that in the scriptures. We already knew that. See, you know, dealing with the Spirit of the Lord, we knew that about this devil. You can 2 Maccabees 10:15-10, it says, and when they had stirred up their minds, he gave them their charge, showing them therewith that the falsehood of the heathen, you Edomites, and the breach of oaths, right? Because they breach all the oaths, all the treaties that they make, man. They go back on them, man, just like how they did with Russia, right? All these lines that they crossed with Russia that they said they wasn't going to expand, you know, with Ukraine, but that's what they did, man. You know, I think they with Finland and Sweden. You know how NATO did the things that they did with Finland and Sweden. You know, that crossed the red lines with Russia, man. But they break all the oaths and treaties that they make, man. They're oath breakers. And that's why the scripture tells us never trust thine enemy, man. So this devil, hey, he's not creating 25% tariffs to better America, man. Right? What that says, I believe that's in Ecclesiasticus 14. This is Ecclesiasticus 14:7. If he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly. And at the last he would declare his wickedness. So you just get ready, man. In a few months, you're gonna see what these tariffs are gonna do to your pockets, man. Even the men of the Lord. It's gonna, hey, we gonna be in the midst of Jacob trouble too, man. But here's the difference. Here's the difference. Isaiah, is it 66? Isaiah 65 and let's see. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. For thus says the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And a lot of people going to be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Because a lot of you people, you loathe the law of the Lord, while yet repentance was open unto you. You know, you was a damn demon, right? Was being wicked, all right? Thought the ministry of the Lord was a game, thought it was a joke, you know, dwelt on what you would call, oh, I'm hurt about this, or I'm mad about this, you know, lying, deceiving, you know, just doing all these wicked things, man. And hey, the thief caught your ass. So that's why it's going to be vexation of spirit, and the men of the Lord is going to be rejoicing at the downfall of this place, man. Okay? Because it's going to be, hey, hyperinflation is coming. It's going to be a famine. That's going to create a famine, right? Like it speaks about in 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, you know, where they were selling a donkey's head, you know, I believe for 80 pieces of silver and bird shit for silver. You know, that's how bad it's going to be, which is going to bring what cannibalism. You same women, you're going to eat your damn children. The same ones that you use as a weapon, you're going to eat your damn children. The children that you use to like I was saying, the same man, sorry for technical difficulty, the same children that you use to go put that man on child support and do the things that you do and did, you got a judgment coming. You got a judgment coming. You men, you know, you wicked niggas that spoke against the name of the Lord and spoke against the prophets of the Lord, all right? That counted the prophets of the Lord to be fools, right? You're going to be dealt with harshly. This 9-7. This is Hosea 9-7. The days of visitation are come. The days of recompense are come. Yeah, the days of for fucking payback, right? Israel shall know it. The prophet is a fool. The spiritual man is mad for the multitude of thine iniquity and great hatred. All right. And that's what's going to happen to it. Let me read that in the NLT. Let's get that in the NLT. This is Hosea 9:7. The time of Israel's punishment has come. The day of payment is here. Soon Israel will know this all too well. Because of your great sin and hostility, you say the prophets are crazy and the inspired men are fools. You see? The prophet is a watchman over Israel for my power, yet traps are laid for him wherever he goeth. He faces hostility even in the house of the Most High, man. Ooh. And hey, look, judgment gonna start in the Lord's house first. Okay, so hey, you know, hey, shit, Lord, Lord willing, ain't no brother got no animosity with no brother. Ain't no brother holding on the grudge and just doing shit that they not supposed to be doing. Ain't reconciled things that need to be reconciled. And shit. Hey, I ain't gonna really speak on that, but hey, man, the Lord is getting ready to, shape his house up, man. And hey, man, you want to be found in the course of salvation, bro. All right. But yeah, man, traps is laid for the prophets, man. Through people at your job, your wicked ass baby mamas, people just in general. Because we are standing for righteousness in the world of wickedness. So with that, man, Lord willing, you're edified. Shalom.